Thank you, Amy, and all in the IPFD docs that we can have this opportunity to share the Finland's actions against extreme conformation. Little bit about the dog population in Finland. We have approximately about 800,000 dogs in Finland, of which almost 70% are pedigree dogs. And this offers a unique opportunity for the Finnish Kennel Club to guide dog breeding and health. We do not have here in Finland stray dogs or shelter dogs. And then the popularity of two very well-known dog breeds with extreme conformation, the brachycephalic and the short-limbed dogs. The popularity of the brachycephalic dogs, as you can see from this image here, has declined very clearly during the last 10 years in Finland. And I think this is due to the better understanding of the health issues seen in these breeds, which has been shared to the public by the Finnish veterinary and animal welfare associations together with researchers and Finnish Kennel Club and the breeders. Then are the short-lived dogs such as dachshunds and havanese. These are very popular in Finland. So we had in Finland a new Animal Welfare Act 1st of January 2024. And it states that an animal shall not be used for breeding if the breeding combination is likely to cause diseases or other characteristics in the offspring that significantly harm the animal's welfare. And an animal that cannot breed naturally shall not be used for breeding. In addition to this animal welfare law, from 1st of January 2028, all veterinarians are obligated to make a notification to the official dog register if they diagnose a hereditary defect or disease that is listed as restricted for breeding. And we have a working group consisting of multiple stakeholders to help preparing this decree and the list of these defects and diseases. And the diseases and defects caused by extreme conformation are, of course, included, such as signs related to brachycephaly or perhaps screw-tailed dogs. In 2014, the Nordic Kennel Union launched first breed-specific instructions for the show judges so they can pay attention and also report extreme features in dogs. The areas of risk include skull, muscle, nose, eyes, skin wrinkles, toy and giant size, chondrodysplasia, meaning the short-limbed, and others. And according to the breeding strategy of Finnish Kennel Club, these guidelines must also be taken into account when choosing breeding animals. And of course, these guidelines concern all dog shows held in Finland. And the reports from the judges are sent to the Finnish Kennel Club, which then distributes them to the breed clubs. And most of the reports concern teeth, jaw, and eyes. The Finnish Kennel Club has several health tests, and many of them also are linked to the extreme conformation. Yearly, around 90,000 different health test results are recorded to the Finnish Kennel Club public breeding database. We have the radiographic screening for hip dysplasia, elbow dysplasia, and then for the elbow incongruity, where you can see here in the right-hand side image. This is for the short-limbed dogs, so it's linked to the extreme conformation. Then we have shoulder osteochondrosis, and then the spinal X-rays, which include spondylosis and vertebra anomalies, which are very common in screw-tailed dogs. And here you can see an image of a very severe case of vertebra anomalies. And then it also transitional lumbar vertebra and also the intervertebral disc calcifications that are seen especially in short-limbed dogs such as dachshunds, but also in other breeds. Then we have eye examinations, patellar luxation. It could also be regarded as linked to extreme conformation as it's connected to the toy and small size. Heart examinations, liver results. Then we have the syringomyelia. It is also connected to the shape of the head. Hearing test, and then of course brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome tests. And we have DNA tests, of which many are also connected to the extreme conformation. And this year, we will have a new test to assess front leg external rotation and carpal valgus that will be implemented later this year or early next year for the chondrodysblastic, meaning the short-limbed dogs, as you can see in the image. In addition to these health tests, Finnish Kennel Club has launched crossbreeding programs to battle the extreme conformation. In 2023, Finnish Kennel Club accepted a crossbreeding program for Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. The main focus is on heart diseases and syringomyelia. And also a crossbreeding program for French Bulldogs, and the main focus is on BAS and the retro gene causing the early degeneration of the intervertebral discs. Here you can see the litters born from the French Bulldog and Cavalier crossbreeding programs so far. So the Cavalier has been paired with Beagle and Tibetan Terrier, and the French Bulldog with Danish Swedish Farm Dog, Papillon and Mittelspitz. And on the right-hand side, you can see the image of the French Bulldog Mittelspitz puppy. And here are the very nice skeletal X-ray screening results from the French Bulldog crossbred litters. There is the elbow dysplasia, hip dysplasia, vertebral anomalies, spondylosis, LTV, and intervertebral disc calcifications. And as you can see here, the results are very good. So it definitely changes these things. In addition, this year, Finnish Kennel Club has accepted a crossbreeding program for pugs with retropugs, and the main focus of this is on brachycephalic features. A little bit more about the Finnish Kennel Club BAS testing. The BAS testing was implemented in 2017 for 11 brachycephalic breeds. Currently, we have 10 trained veterinarians that act as supervisors for the test. And altogether, around 1,600 BAS test results have been recorded. The Finnish Kennel Club BAS test consists of 3 parts. The first part is the exercise part with recovery assessment and body temperature measurement. And the body temperature measurement is a very important feature as many brachycephalic breeds are prone to overheating. And this is seen especially in certain brachycephalic breeds such as English Bulldogs. And it's also seen in those dogs that clinically are graded as having no signs or mild signs. So we use the 1,000-meter test for the exercise part. Then we have the evaluation of respiratory signs before and after exercise. So we call it a BAS grading. 0, no signs, mild, moderate, and severe. And this is modified from the respiratory function grading scheme presented by Jane and Francesca. Then we assess the nostril stenosis grade and also the craniofacial ratio, meaning the portion of the nose compared to the skull. And all these results are reported in the test form, And then the BOAS grade, exercise test result, and nostril stenosis grade are also reported in the public breeding database. So there you can see how it looks for in the web pages. So the BOAS grade for that animal is 0, no signs, exercise tolerance test was approved, and the nostril stenosis grade was 2, moderate. The Finnish Kennel Club BOAS test results were evaluated in our research a few years ago. Majority of the dogs were BOAS negative, meaning that they had no or mild clinical signs. But this, of course, as we saw just a few minutes ago in Francesca's presentation, varies between the breeds. But overall, majority of the dogs were BOAS negative. And of course, also when you have a breeding test and you have a disease that can be heard with your ear, it is usually that the worse dogs are not brought to the tests if the test is not compulsory for the breed. And the BOAS grade heritability estimates were moderate to high. So genetic improvement can be obtained and the severity of BOAS signs in offspring reduced by using these clinical BOAS gradings. And as I said, the exercise and recovery evaluation with temperature measurements are very important, especially for certain breeds, and should be included in the BOAS testing. The moderate to severe nostril stenosis was highly prevalent in several of the brachycephalic breeds, for example in pugs. And only few dogs had the craniofacial ratio above 0.3. So the noses are very short. And then I always want to remind that the BOAS screened brachycephalic dog is not a synonym for a healthy brachycephalic dog. We have to remember the eyes, skin, teeth, and skeletal issues. And in Finnish Kennel Club, we have several health tests, including the skeletal X-ray screening that are available for brachycephalic breeds. And also the DNA results, such as the CDDY results, are also stored in the database, and they can be used to aid breeding in those chondrodystrophic breeds where the retrogene is not fixed. And as I mentioned, we will have from this year on early next year, the front leg carpal valgus and external rotation measured with goniometry available for the chondrodysplastic, meaning the short-limbed dogs, and they also include several brachy breeds. And on the right-hand side, you can see an example of a French bulldog female that has been health tested very thoroughly. It has the chondrodystrophy, meaning the intervertebral disc calcification risk gene. It has 2 copies of it, which is a very common result for the French bulldogs, as the gene is almost fixed in the breed. So we have only few individuals that don't have 2 copies of the gene. So you can't make the breeding decisions based on the genetic testing. Then this dog has had cardiac auscultation, eye examination, and patellar luxation, all good. Then it has the spinal X-rays, the calcified intervertebral discs. It has 3 of them. It's the moderate grade. LTV is normal. Spondylosis is evident, grade 2. And the vertebral anomalies is moderate, and number of anomalies is 9. This is a very common result for French bulldog. Elbow joints and hip joints are fine, and the BOAS grade is mild, and the BOAS test is approved. So in conclusion, the actions against extreme conformation in Finland, we have the animal welfare law, and from January 2028, a new act that obligates veterinarians to make a notification to the official dog register if they diagnose a hereditary defect or disease that is listed as restricted for breeding. And the Nordic Kennel Union has the breed-specific instructions for show judges so they can pay attention and report extreme features in dog shows. and several health tests to guide breeding are offered by Finnish Kennel Club, including extreme conformation. Thank you very much.